So someone had requested to show how this works, the SoundSource app that I was talking about. So I have Ableton open here with a random loop. First, let me show you guys. If I go to settings, I'm literally just picking external headphones. There's nothing else that's being picked. So external headphones. And this is what SoundSource looks like. So once you open the app, it just goes straight to your menu bar, and it's always going to be there. It's always going to be open. If you go to settings, you can click start SoundSource at login. So that means whenever you open your laptop or you turn your laptop on, your computer on, it's going to open by itself. If you have some sound issues, you can pick between lower latency, automatic, more reliable. Kind of just stay in the middle. I don't really hear any pops or anything like that for me to click more reliable. And this is where you add effects. So this is the entire system. You see this monitor right here. If you click on effects, you can add effects. So you can add any VST pretty much. So these are the VSTs that I have currently installed. So if I wanted to say add isolate and do like a mono low frequency check, I can do that, and the entire system will be affected. So the same exact thing applies to VSX. If I were to go to VSX, you can use it exactly like how you would use like the system wide. I mainly just stick to Zuma far fields. And I would recommend against using this on-off switch for VSX. For a reason they tell you why you should use bypass. Because if you turn this off, the sound is gonna jump at you and it's gonna ruin it's not good for your headphones. So I'll just bypass it. I'll just open it first and then click bypass to bypass. And somebody also asked, how do you change your monitoring system? So like I said earlier, this is your entire system, right? The little monitor icon here. If you just go to device, you have all the options. So when I plug my Mode 2 M2 into my laptop, it shows up here, and I'll just pick Mode 2 M2. Then everything would go through Mode 2 M2. Of course, I would turn off VSX. So first I would bypass and then turn off VSX, or I'll just turn any audio off. I'll just turn the Ableton audio off, and then I'll turn off VSX. But even with an interface, say you wanna do a mono check, you can still have effects and stuff like that. It's a very handy little tool. You can have Nexus in it. I don't know why you would want to do that, but you can. Any other plugin. I don't have a lot of plugins installed. I just reset my computer recently. But another cool feature of this is because this is controlling the entire system sound. Again, it's going through external headphones, right? All the sounds are essentially going into SoundSource, and then SoundSource is applying these effects, like for example VSX, isolate, and these are being then sent to the external headphones, which are your VSX headphones, right? So say I'm using the internet, I'm listening to some music on YouTube. Let's play this boring whatever on YouTube I found. This is going through SoundSource. because whenever you have an application open, it shows up under application. So Microsoft Edge is also going to external headphones. If I were to play Ableton at the same time, they'll both play at the same time, but you can individually control what source or what output the sound will go to. So say you want, for some reason, you want live to go to your monitors. You can pick your interface from here. And you want Microsoft Edge to go to your headphones, then you can do that from here. But either way, it doesn't matter what output you pick for each applications, the effect that's being applied to the entirety of the signal from your Mac from your Mac will still be applied to both Microsoft Edge and Ableton. So again, let me turn on VSX, and so this is with VSX on. Sound is coming through. So yeah, handy little tool. And one of the things I use a lot is, well, I don't have Span installed, but usually I have Span, and this is a great way for me to kind of monitor while I'm making music. So I can pin this plugin. So as I'm doing things on Ableton, I can have the plugin open. Of course, I would use my second monitor and have the plugin open, and the plugin is monitoring, right? Any visualizer, any metering plugin, you can have them open. You just pin them. Unpin. Another great thing, because VSX has the collapsed view, you can pin this, and as you're listening to your reference tracks, you can switch back and forth, which is very neat. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, let me know. Also, a lot of people in the group were asking about bypassing. Yeah, with this, you do not need to bypass, because when you're rendering or exporting, say from Ableton, you're only exporting Ableton as the source, right? You're not exporting the entire Mac sound source, right? So because of that, any kind of effects being applied to the sound is not manipulating or affecting the Ableton sound, right? So say I want to export this, I can click export, and it'll automatically bypass SoundSource, because SoundSource is not within Ableton, it's outside of Ableton. So with this, you wouldn't even have to worry about bypassing. You can just literally, like I said, just open it, VSX, pick your favorite room, and just forget it's even open. You can listen to music on Ableton, jump to your browser. You can go anywhere you want, listen to music, make music, and it's just running in the background. You don't have to worry about bypassing or anything.